All right, welcome to comparing the product to a second factor. This goes with standard 5 NF5, and you are basically comparing using multiplication to compare fractions to the second factor. So let's just start by reviewing what a factor is. In a basic multiplication problem, if I have something like 4 times 2 equals 8, the factors for this problem would be the numbers that you are multiplying. So 4 is a factor and 2 is a factor. The answer to a multiplication problem would be called a product. So this same thought and same idea applies when you are dealing with fractions. So if I have some fractional pieces, and let's just use 1/4 times 2/3, is it greater than, less than, or equal to 2/3? So in this equation, the second factor in this problem, this would be the first, this would be the second. And that's why I wrote that over here. So if you're comparing, is the answer to this problem greater than, less than, or equal to 2/3, you have to start by looking at the similarities on both sides. So what I have here is, on one side I have 2/3, the other side I have 2/3. Now, if we were only comparing 2/3, obviously those would be equivalent fractions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on this 1/4. The easiest way to think about this is to think, is this greater than, less than, or equal to 1? If I were taking 2/3 times 1, that is going to equal 2/3. Because I am taking it times 1/4, 1/4 is less than 1, I would anticipate that my answer is going to be less than 2/3. So to do that, I'm actually going to figure that out. And I will use the area model again just to kind of show you how that works in actual problem solving. So I'm going to draw a rectangle down here. I am going to take my 1/4. I'm going to divide this rectangle into fourths. And I'm going to shade in one of them because I have 1/4 shaded here. On this side, I'm going to take 2/3. So I need to roughly divide these into thirds, and I'm going to shade in 2 of those. Again, I will look at what is shared between the two, and I have 2 pieces that are shared out of 12 total pieces. Now, to be able to compare that to my 2/3, to be able to truly compare it, I need to have common denominators. So to do that, I'm going to keep this as a 12th, but I'm going to turn this fraction into an equivalent fraction with 12th as a denominator. To do that, I'm going to multiply by 4, which is going to give me 8/12. Now I can compare numbers because I have exactly the same number of pieces in both, and my numerator will tell me how many I would have shaded. So 1/4 times 2/3 would give me 2/12. 2/3 equivalent fraction is 8/12. Therefore 8/12. Therefore 2/12 is less than 8/12.